What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video. So I've actually gone 157 days, right? No, actually, this is my 158th day of not smoking no weed, right? I used to be a big ass pothead. I used to be a big ass stoner, going to the smoke shop every day. I used to wonder, what's the point of the smoke shop? Like, people just want cigarettes. But then I realized that's like the fucking candy store when you're stoner, right? So, like the video, comment below what you think about it, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. So, after 158 days of no smoking, right? Let's just talk about, let's keep it simple. After 100 days, right? Because it's been almost like a whole year since I stopped smoking, right? And good old Mary Jane, she has her ways of coming back, right? Like, I feel like they call her Mary Jane because marijuana is a woman, right? Marijuana is a woman because the thing is like my game used to be, hey, you want to smoke? Hey, let's smoke. And I would smoke with girls, and then after we smoke, you know, we would smash or whatever. So I feel like that's what is so addicting about it, right? It's because it's like it gives you something to do. It gives you like an excuse, right, to like hang out with girls. Like, even now, sometimes sometimes like you'll be like, hey, come through, but then, you know, like sometimes they'll come through, but then sometimes it's like, oh, come through and do what? Right? Because you already know what. But it's like you gotta, because everything else seems boring, right? Like, weed is like the most fun thing to do, right? Because it's like, alcohol is very, I don't know how to explain it. Alcohol is weird, but because the reason I'm saying this is because I be getting so tempted, right? I be getting so fucking tempted to smoke because I be wanting to hang out with girls, right? I be wanting to chill with girls, and what do girls like to do? They like to smoke. And so I'll be like, damn, I don't smoke, bro. And I remember one time I had this girl, and she said, like, we were smoking in her bed and shit, and then I had to tap out, right? And she's like, damn, I need me a man who can smoke more than me, right? And then that made me, that like clicked something in my head, like, oh shit, I gotta get my tolerance up. So I was like, let me smoke more, right? I look back and see how dumb that is, right? Because I should have just like accepted, like, okay, this is my limit. Like, I can't get any higher than this. Like, that's just too much, you feel me? So basically, after 100 days of no smoking, I honestly thought that I fried my brain, right? Like, I felt like I fried, because I took other drugs, but I honestly felt like I fried my brain because I was smoking for like a whole year. Like, during the pandemic, it was just like I was just smoking every day, right? Like, I would just go out, smoke like 5 blunts a day type shit, smoke at night. It was so much fun and whatever, right? Those are called my debaucherical days. And it's so funny how, like, now I'm not in it. I miss it. Like, I kind of want to, but you know, I have more important things to do than be smoking all day, right? Like, I got goals, I got things I got to get done, I got things to accomplish, right? So after 100 days, I do feel different, right? I do see the difference. Before, I would have like this mental fog, right? Like after smoking so long, I had this fog in my mind, in my brain. It was just like, damn, like I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel anymore. Like, this is it. Like, this is life. Like, this is my life. Like, I was at my mom's crib when I was smoking, right? Like, while I was smoking, I was just at my mom's crib, and I was just like not really doing much, you know? Like, I wasn't doing anything. Like, I mean, I was, but I would just mostly like smoke. I would wake up, smoke, and go to sleep, and then wait till like 4 in the morning to like go smoke again, right? I mean, that's when I would get most things done, is like that 1 hour that I was smoking. It's crazy. Because that's what happens when you smoke. When you smoke, you can't do anything else unless you're high. Like, you're like, oh, I can't do that unless I'm high. Like, I have to be high to do that, right? And it takes away from doing regular things when you're not high, right? Because you have to be high all the time in order to do those things. But it's like a paradox, because when you're high, you don't care to do those things, right? Because you're just, oh, I'm chilling. So what happens is that since I stopped smoking, that fog, I always thought that it was gonna stay there. I was like, damn, is this my life now? Just like, I cannot see anything but the fog. But the fog has lifted, right? Like, I can think a lot clearer now. Like, I think so much. Like, when I was on weed, when I was smoking weed, when I was high, sometimes I would be able to think so clearly, right? Like, I would be able to think so well. Like, okay, my thinking is like super crystal clear. But then, like, after the high, I guess like the afterglow, whatever, that's when you start getting that. When you're sober and you just like can't really think too well, and you're just like, oh, all right, yeah, dude, yeah, dude, right? So you just think those, you just really can't think too clearly. But what happens is after the 100 days, I can sleep. Like my dreams are very vivid, I guess I would say. I mean, they're not as vivid. Before, when I would smoke and I would have dreams, it's like my dreams were more live than this, right? No, I have way more energy now. Like last night I couldn't even go to sleep. Like I did drink an energy drink during the day, but a lot of times, like I just have way more energy now. Like I also stopped masturbating too, right? Because the thing is, it's like the only thing that like not smoking weed has really done for me, I mean, that hasn't really solved for me, is my eating problems, right? Like I'm working on it, but like smoking weed made me into a real fatty, right? Like I was eating so much because I would smoke and spend like $20 on food and just buy everything and just like eat all that shit, right? So it got me real fat. So what happens is that like I still am in that habit, like even though it's been like so long, not like recently because I have changed, but before, like during that whole entire 100 days, I was still ordering food as if I was high, right? Like I would go to Taco Bell and order 20 things, right? And I would be disappointed because I would eat like 5 of them and then be like, well, not Taco Bell, but like other places, right? Like I would go spend $16 on food, and it's like $16 on food. Like that's so much, you feel me? Like now that I think about it, like that's way too much, right? What else is different? Like it's honestly just my energy. Just being able to think more clear, just be able to planning things out. Like it's way easier to plan things out when you're not high. Like when you're high, you just kind of go with the flow. I mean, that can help, that can be good, but I don't know, like life, it's funny because I had all these weird experiences on weed where all these psychologically like reality changing things happened to me, but then it's like I thought, oh my god, is this gonna be life forever? But it's not. It like I don't even remember those things. Kind of like I kind of see life regular again, so that's good. But the thing is like after I smoked, all right, the first time I did acid, I smoked and my highs were a little weird, right? They changed a little bit. And then after that I did shrooms, right? And like when I was on acid, like after acid, I would see more visual things, right? Like I would see more visuals. But then after I did shrooms, that's when my weeds really changed, right? Like my highs really changed a lot after I did shrooms, because it was so like they would be real weird. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like sometimes I wouldn't even get high. It's just like my reality would just change, and it's just like, this isn't what I don't like this. Like this isn't what I'm smoking weed for. Like I'm smoking weed to feel good, not to fucking like go crazy and be insane, you feel me? So I, you know, the thing is that I don't know. My bad, I'm like distracted. But yeah, so I you know, like after the last time I did acid, it was such a powerful effect. It had such a powerful effect on me, right? Like I changed my entire life, right? And the thing is that yeah, I did change my entire life, but I don't know if I smoke weed again, I don't know what it's gonna, like how it's gonna affect my brain, because already my brain is weird. Like I don't know, like sometimes I feel overwhelmed a lot of times because of the things that I'm experiencing. Like I don't know if it's like a mental disorder or some shit, but it's real weird. But yeah, I would say I only have positive effects. The only negative effect I have from not smoking weed is that I want to smoke weed, right? That's the only thing. But it's more like a social, like I'm good off the weed, right? Like I have no vices right now. Yeah, I really don't have any vices, so life is pretty, you know, regular for me. But that's how I like it. That's how I want it, right? I want it to be real mundane and boring. So that's the only thing, is like sometimes I wish like I was back, like, you know, into that like fun times, right? Like when time was fun and whatever. That's gonna be it for the video. I'm gonna go work out. Like the video, comment below what you think about it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Also, follow me on Instagram at Torius at 6 Feet Interviews, and ask me a question. I'll make it into a video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.